So in today's video, we're going to be discussing what you should do when you're not increasing in strength or the scale weight over the course of at least 2 weeks. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Tom Sergi. I run the Gorilla Platoon, which is an online physique transformation program where we get results like this. So in today's video, we're going to be uncovering a question from a viewer of the channel. Thank you for submitting this in. By the way, if any of you have questions on your own personal journeys, just drop a comment. I did put a post out basically asking for these style of responses, so feel free to drop your own in there and I'll get back to you with a full video if the question is like something that would be quite common across most people. So he starts off by saying, "Hi Tom, great videos man, the consistency is insane. I've hit a bulking plateau, haven't increased my weight or strength for 2 weeks. I'm 5'10", started bulking at 70 kg, 13% body fat. I'm now 81 kg and 16% body fat after 19 weeks. Pretty good going, like very, very good going to this guy here. You know, really good work. He wants to get to 85 before cutting. And he asks, is it okay to eat garbage food just to bump the calories up and then get things going again?" So what I would say is, if you are in this space and your scale has stayed flat for 2 weeks and also your numbers in the gym, most importantly, are not progressing, that is a green light that you need more food. Absolutely, you need more food at this point. Now, the way we want to structure this, we want to be careful. The first question you have to ask yourself is, how is your appetite? If your appetite is in a good space and you could eat a fair amount, brilliant. What we could then do is keep it clean, keep it whole foods, and probably foods that are going to bolster up your meals away from the workout. So we're talking like, I would always look, by the way, to push in more carbohydrates, because carbohydrates are going to drive performance in the gym. So if we can add more carbs into the diet with the GI being able to stomach them, perfect. We're going to be fine with this. Now, even if the GI and appetite wasn't crazy high, just by adding some more like things like rice or white potato, going to be quite easy to stomach and get down. If you've got more room for it, pasta will bump the overall nutrition or the overall calories up just because they are more dense in calories. So that's what I would say. If appetite is good and we can really accumulate some more, stick whole, keep it clean. Now, if the appetite is not so high and you don't really like the sound of more food, but at this stage of the game, it's what's needed to be done to get to your target goal, then you want to go with foods that are higher GI. This doesn't mean junk, it just means higher GI, because higher GI will digest easier and quicker. I would also say, if you're going to go higher GI, let's be purposeful with the way we use the higher GI. Let's put the food in and around the workout. And by doing that, it's going to give us the greatest chance of progressing those numbers in the gym. Remember, the goal is to always progress numbers in the gym. So we want our nutrition to support that goal, and that is then going to allow us to train, develop more tissue, train harder, break past the lifting plateau, and then also recover from that session so we can go again the next day, etc., etc. So the goal is always to support training stimulus. Now, with higher GI carbs around the workout, you've got a couple of options. It depends what your pre-workout meal is, but something as simple as just adding some more jam or some more honey, they're going to be lower volume, higher calorie option. People tend to steer towards fats, but fats aren't going to be your greatest driving factor for performance in the gym. Fats tend to come, and from my own experience, I've been in a gaining phase since February. It's now September, and I'm up 13 kilos from 75 to 88. And only in the last 4 weeks has my coach put fats and more olive oil into the diet. Before that, it was always carbs, 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 and kept progressing that way around the workout. So what other options do we have? Things like breads are higher GI, generally easier to get down. So you could just bang in a couple of, and by the way, you only need to bump this 200 calories when you get to this point, by the way. That's critical. Don't be shooting the food all the way through the roof. Just add 200 calories in the form of carbohydrates. It's going to be 50 grams of carbs. And you're looking to that could only be a couple of slices of bread and jam. Literally 2 slices of the usual size bread is honestly, they're 35 gram slices. They're honestly only in and around the space of 140 calories or something like that. And then you just put some jam on top of that. Boom, you're in. And jobs are good. And that's cleanish. Bread's not uber clean, obviously, but it's not dirty. You're not going to get furry teeth from eating bread. If you're okay with going a little bit dirty but not so bad, things like cereals around the workout can easy. Very high GI, very easy to digest. Very pure carbohydrates, pretty much, if you're eating cereals. Not a bad option at all. Very easy to get in. Stay away from like sweets and stuff. Obviously, like cool, yeah, it's high GI around the workout. In the right context, like if you finish a hard fucking endurance event, like I tell you now, some high GI like carbs is the perfect thing like for to get that in. But in this instance, we want this in a gaining phase. The way I see it, it wants to be sustainable for your health. Like, look at our teeth. You don't want them fucking staining, boys. You don't want them turning yellow. So just like think of that when you're eating. You're thinking, what's going to have the least impact on my teeth? My teeth are going to be in my mouth for the rest of my life. Okay, so don't let one bulking season tear your fucking teeth to bits. Don't know about you, but I get real bad skin if I eat like shit, basically. If I eat like croissants with chocolate in the middle that I bought from a random shop, straight up spots come out quick as well. So think of things like that. You want to look after your skin, you want to look after your teeth, and I'm all for you. It is easier to eat those crap foods. They go in real quick, they're high dense in calories, good for around the workout. But over the course of the longevity of this, just think about the long game. Go for something a little bit cleaner. Try and keep the food as clean as you can for as long as you can. And only at the 11th hour for the last few weeks when you really need to push, then maybe go a little bit dirty. But I wouldn't say do that from the off. So that would be my response in question this. He needs to get another 4 kg up. Which is going to take about 8 weeks if you're operating from 0.3 to 0.6 of kg per week. So he's definitely going to need more food. This increase of 200 calories from carbs, depending on his appetite, will depend on how high on the GI those carbs come from. Less appetite and room for scope point around the workout, high GI. Great appetite, and I wouldn't play the card of high GI just yet, because look at them like tools in your toolbox. If you've got a good appetite, then use whole foods that are going to go away from the workout to bolster out your meals. Because at the end of the day, like you're going to eat a certain amount of carbs, your glycogen stores are going to be full off the certain amount of carbs you ate relative to like what they were. But then if GI is if your digesting is just not that good at the minute, and you generally are quite full and bloated off the meals you're eating, then go higher GI and put that in around the workout so you can get the fullest effect from it. Don't be putting it first thing in the morning when you're trying to work, because you'll be fucking falling asleep standing up. So that's my 2 cents on that. I hope you found it useful. If you're going through this short summary is bump up calories by 200 in the form of carbohydrates. And we want to get those numbers progressing in the gym. That's the first and foremost. The scale weight will then trend and follow suit. Thank you for watching. If you found it useful, subscribe. If you've got your own questions, submit them in and I will answer them.